this. And if you bang it too much, the way this carbon thing is, this will get loose. Mine came out all the way, I had to be glued.
I just don't like the double. You know, you have to go to the bottom.
But you know, I kind of leave that on set, and if I need to use it in area, I just,
Oh, all right.
that's it.
This one I can run on the road.
Backfire.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lou Rolfes, Director of Communications for the Diocese of Lafayette. We appreciate all of you joining us today. I'd like to introduce Bishop J. Douglas Desautels, Bishop of the Diocese of Lafayette, who will deliver a statement to you.
Thank you, Blue. Good afternoon, everyone. On September the 18th, 2018, about 3 weeks ago, I was informed of an accusation of sexual abuse of a minor by Monsignor Roby Robichaud, which is alleged to have occurred to a female between the ages of 16 and 18 between 1979 and 1981. I immediately ordered Monsignor Curtis Mallette, Vicar General, to conduct an investigation into the matter. At Monsignor's recommendation, the matter was referred to the Sexual Abuse Review Board, composed entirely of lay professionals, who unanimously advised me of their belief that the allegation had the semblance of truth. And so, in keeping with the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People and the essential norms, diocesan policy, and canon law, the investigation was completed. Monsignor Robichaud was removed from his position as judicial vicar, head of the marriage tribunal, and placed on administrative leave on October the 6th, 2018. I wanted to know the truth about what occurred or did not occur. I acted as quickly as possible in accordance with respect for justice and at the same time concern for the person who brought the complaint to our attention. I am releasing this information in conjunction and with the assistance of the complainant, and I thank her for her courage in coming forward and assisting us in this investigation. It is essential to state that these allegations were first reported to the diocese in 1994, although I was only made aware of them for the first time on September the 18th of this year. In 1994, the matter was handled according to the protocols in place at that time before the adoption of the Charter and the policy of zero tolerance. In 2002, the Charter and norms established a zero-tolerance policy, prohibiting a cleric against whom a credible allegation of sexual abuse of a minor was made to remain in ministry. In a notarized statement dated April 29, 2004, the complainant asked that Monsignor Robichaud be removed from ministry on the basis of zero tolerance. At that time, Bishop Michael Gerald sought the ruling from the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith about whether or not the complainant, age 16 to 17, was considered to be a minor or an adult, according to canon law that was in effect at that time that the alleged abuse occurred. The Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith ruled that the complainant was considered to have been an adult under canon law, in effect at that time. State law would have considered her a minor at that time. The matter also should have been referred to the Layperson Sexual Abuse Review Board, which was standard practice at the time according to the charter and the norms, to advise him whether or not Monsignor Robichaud would have been suitable for ministry. When I stated recently that no priest against whom a credible allegation of sexual abuse against a minor was made in ministry in the diocese, I did so in good conscience since I had no information to the contrary. At the same time, I invited anyone with information to the contrary to come forward. I again repeat that request. I am grateful that this invitation was heard and touched the heart of a complainant to come forward. I am deeply sorry that this has happened to any child of God who has been abused by a priest. This is the opposite of what a priest should be in the lives of God's people. The priest is supposed to be light, not darkness, in people's lives. I realize that faith and trust can only be reestablished by seeking the truth and appropriate follow-up actions based on that truth. I, as shepherd of this Diocese of Lafayette, am committed to the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People, which states that when even a single act of sexual abuse of a minor, whenever it occurred, which is admitted or established after appropriate process in accord with canon law, the offending priest or deacon is to be permanently removed from ministry. As I have done with this matter, I will do likewise with any and all credible accusations. Thank you for your attention. Blue, you have something to add to?
Thank you very much, Bishop. We will not be taking questions at this time, but we do welcome your questions to be submitted via email, and we'll be glad to get the answers for them and send those to you. We also want to let you know that we have a transcribed copy of the Bishop's statement that will be available at this table in the back where Ms. Peggy Ashley is standing, and you're welcome to pick those up on the way out.
Bishop Destel, do you agree with
Bishop Destel, thank you.
Decision?
As we said, we will not be taking questions at this time.
Basic details on the administrative leave, the procedure. I mean, all
This
we
is-
know is that he's on administrative leave. We don't know how long. We don't know what that entails.
That process is still being worked out at this time, and this ends our statement. Thank you for being
Just a
here.
logistical thing. On September 18th, he had said that there weren't anyone.
questions, Jim? I'm sorry.
Do you have the copy of the statement?
Right here. It's up here.